for example. So in order to understand the difference between produce or product, simple product, and commodity, and money capital, or what it capital money, doesn't matter. The word he used was, he means reviewer, unless that is in the quotation mark, money capital, yeah, money capital, and just money. What distinguishes them is the concept of capital, because capital is something we define capital as, for example, if we take Mazoris' definition of capital, he defined capital as ever expanding exchange value. Ever expanding exchange value in the form of pure quantity. In other words, capital is anything whose sole purpose is, and that's the purpose of exchange in capitalism. And that's why we can say that in capitalism, exchange value is supreme over any other value. Production value or use value, everything is legitimized in terms of exchange value. So you consume more or less depending on whether it's going to increase the exchange value. And this dominance of exchange value, the purpose is to expand capital in the form of pure quantity, that is to multiply it. So if it is $4, then now you want to make it 8. You want to make it 16, you want to, etc., etc. So capital is anything whose sole purpose is anything whose sole purpose is to multiply itself in terms of pure quantity. And that's what Marx talked about when he talks about accumulation for the sake of. So this capital as value in search of motion, how he talks about, the purpose of motion is basically to accumulate more, and then accumulate more, and to accumulate more. So when he talks about money capital, so the money which you spend to buy groceries for your kids, that's not a capital. Rent, you paid rent, that's not a capital. Consumed, that's not the money, and that's why the money is the money which makes profit and was saved after paying wages, etc., taxes, rent, etc., and reinvested. That's the key term, reinvested. The purpose of reinvestment is to make more money. That's the sole purpose. So money becomes capital only when its sole purpose is to make more money. So that's why this money is capital, but not the one which was paid in wages or rent or which was consumed. That was similarly commodity, the car you're manufacturing. This car can be, in a non-capitalist system, it can be, a product whose purpose is to, fulfill the need of the society in terms of transport or whatever. But the same car becomes commodity when the sole purpose for producing car is so you can produce more cars. So you can produce more car. So you have more car. So when this is the purpose, then that's when car become a commodity. And that's when we say that exchange value dominates all other